Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Flyway Immigration. I hope all of you are doing well today. Friends, are you tired of watching videos over videos to learn Task 1 and are still clueless over how to score good band in Task 1 writing? Friends, why is it so hard for many students to score high band in writing? In this video, we will discuss all there is to about writing Task 1 and discuss a few simple strategies to help you score your desired band in IELTS writing. Writing Task 1 Academic Test. The Writing Task 1 of IELTS Academic Test requires you to write a summary of at least 150 words in response to a particular graph. You will be presented with factual information and asked to select and report the main features of the data in under 20 minutes. So, how many types of questions are asked in IELTS Writing Task 1? There are few types of questions you will be asked in IELTS Task 1. The first one is a bar chart. The bar chart is the question that there will be one or few charts. Meanwhile, the data is demonstrated in vertical or horizontal bars. It is usually used to emphasize the comparison between objects. Depend on each bar chart, either the vertical or horizontal bar will indicate the data and compare objects. So, same requirements, you have to write at least 150 words paragraph to describe, compare or point out the changes or trends on the bar chart. The next type is line graph. In line graph, you will be given one or more than one graph. And it is a graphical presentation of objects. For each object, there will be a line that connects points and represent its changes over time. If there is one line only, then it will be easier to describe. However, when the number of line increases, it will be more complex since you both have to describe and compare line with each other. So, it is one of the most common question in IELTS Academic Task 1. Now, the next type is table. In table, you will be given one or more than one table containing data about a topic. Your job is to write at least 150 words to analyze and compare the statistics given in the tables or describe trend and changes towards time. The next type is pie chart. In pie chart is usually divided into many parts and each part represents statistics in percentage for a factor. Like all these factors together indicate components of a general and bigger objects. Example, the dietary ratio of Vietnamese people in February 2016 in different age group, which are -15, -20, -30. Therefore, this kind of chart is used to analyze and compare objects in general and determine how many percents each factor occupies in the general object. So, you will be able to assess the importance or the domination of these factors. So, you can see you can be given one pie chart or more than one pie chart. The next type is map. Compared to other type of questions above, map tends to appear with lower frequency. However, because it's not very common does not mean you will not see on the test. So, prepare it very well. In this type, you will write a 150 word paragraph to describe the main map. There can be two formats. You can be given one map. You can be illustrate a map of a random place, usually in present. And you can be given two maps. In this format, you will be given two maps about the same place but maybe in two different timelines or projects. Like the map given here, it shows the timeline in 1995 and in present. Now, the next type is combination of the above. In combination of the above, you can be asked, you can be given two different type of graph like the line graph here and the pie chart here, and you will be asked to compare the data or analyze the data. Also, there is one process diagram. In process diagram, there will be image of a process will be given, and this process could be a natural process such as the lifespan of an animal or an artificial process like manufacturing or nourishing. So you are responsible for writing a 150 word paragraph to describe that process. You will have to mention all the steps or phases in order without missing one. The steps will be displayed using arrows. So these are the types of questions which are asked in academic task 1. Now, what should be the structure for IELTS academic task 1? Here is the recommended structure. You can write down in 4 paragraphs. Paragraph 1 should be introduction, in which you can just paraphrase the question. We will discuss this in detail in later part of the video. In the paragraph 2 should be overview. Overview is basically the summary for your whole task, what this task is all about, and it is generally the most important part of your writing. So in first sentence, you can write down the overview of first main feature. In sentence 2, you can write down the overview of second main feature. And in sentence 3, you can make general comparison if appropriate. You can write down the whole overview in one sentence also if you want. In paragraph 3, there should be details of significant feature 1. You don't have to mention all the points. Just pick up 2 or 3 main features and describe them in details. So in paragraph 3, there should be details of significant feature 1. In sentence 1, there should be supporting details. Sentence 2, also supporting details. Sentence 3, also supporting details and comparison details if appropriate. Now, paragraph 4. Details of significant feature 2. Sentence 1 should be supporting details. Sentence 2, also supporting details. Sentence 3, supporting details, comparison details if appropriate. So, this is the recommended structure for academic task 1 writing. Now, there are few things to keep in mind when writing task 1. The first thing is grammar and vocabulary. Grammar accounts for about 25% of marks in your writing test and vocabulary other 25%. So good answer will have a range of appropriate structure and tenses. And check your work after you finish writing because you can remove any spelling mistake or unnecessary grammar mistake which can reduce your band. So there are few vocabulary you can use for describing trends. Like for upward trends, if there is verb, you can use improve for noun and improvement. Grow, a growth. Climb, a climb. Jump, a jump. Peak, a peak. To increase, an increase. To rise, a rise. For downward trend, you can write down to decrease, a decrease. To fall, a fall. To decline, a decline. To drop, a drop. To dip, a dip. To go down, to plummet. Now, we can explain this using graph. So for this graph below, you can use increase significantly or a dramatic improvement. For this graph, you can use rose steeply, a sudden increase, or improve considerably, a steady development for this graph. For this graph, you can use jump suddenly or a sharp increase. For the graph given, you can write down fluctuated slightly or a slight fluctuation. If there is a downward trend, you can use fell rapidly or a gradual decrease, drop dramatically or a steep drop, dip sharply or a sharp decline. Also, if you need to use the word approximate, you can use roughly, almost, nearly, about, around, exactly. And if there is more than a given number, you can write down well over, just above, just over, a little more than, a large proportion, a significant majority. If the number is less than described, you can write down well below, just under, slightly less than, a small proportion, and is insignificant minority. For example, if it is 96, you can write down under 100, less than 100, below 100. If it's 99, you can write down just under 100, slightly under 100, almost 100, close to 100. If it's 91, we can write down well under 100, considerably less than 100. For fractions, below are range of expression that can be used to express percentages. For 73%, that is nearly 3/4, 51%, that is just over a half, 49%, just under a half, 32%, nearly a third, 3%, a teeny fraction, 50%, exactly a half. So let's understand this better by doing an example. So let's do a question. Before attempting a academic task 1 or task 2 question, please read the question very carefully, like what the question is all about. So we will read the question first. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The diagram below shows how the Australian Bureau of Meteorology collects up to the minute information on the weather in order to produce reliable forecast. Write a report for a university lecturer describing the information shown below. You should write at least 150 words. So that was our questions, and we can see that it's a process diagram. So we can see in the graph like information is coming from satellite, radar, drifting buoy, and going to a satellite photo, radar screen, and synoptic chart for analysis and forecasting. And then broadcast is prepared on a computer, and then finally it is broadcast on TV, radio, and recorded announcement. So we have seen all this in this process diagram. Now according to our structure, we should write an introduction first, and in which we should just paraphrase the question. So the question was, the diagram below shows how the Australian Bureau of Meteorology collects up to the minute information on the weather in order to produce reliable forecast. So in introduction, you can just write the figure or the graph or the process diagram illustrates or depicts or shows the process used by the Australian Bureau of Meteorology to forecast the weather. That's it. That's our introduction. We have clearly mentioned what the question is asking us to do. All right. So the next step is overview. So in overview, we should just summarize the whole process, what this process is all about. So I recommend that you don't use any figure or numbers in the overview. All right. You can just summarize the whole process diagram in this. So you can write, there are 4 main stages in the process in which there are, and beginning with the collection of the information about the weather. This information is then analyzed, prepared for presentation, and finally broadcast to the public. So you can see that we have already summarized this whole process diagram. All right. The next step is body paragraph 1, in which we should mention the main point 1. So we will divide, there are 4 processes. We will divide 2 processes each for each body paragraph, which means 2 processes we will mention in body paragraph 1, and the last 2 processes we will mention in body paragraph 2. So the body paragraph 1 should be, looking at the first and second stages of the process, there are 3 main ways of collecting weather data and 3 ways of analyzing it. Firstly, incoming information can be received by satellite and presented for analysis as a satellite photo. The same data can also be passed to a radar station and presented on a radar screen or synoptic chart. Finally, drifting buoys also receive data which can be shown on a synoptic chart. So, as you can see, we have clearly described the first 2 stages of the process. Now, we are going to describe the last 2 stages of the process in body paragraph 2. So, let's do it. At the 3rd stage of the process, the weather broadcast is prepared on computers. Finally, it is delivered to the public television, on the radio, or as a recorded telephonic announcement. So we have describe the third and fourth stages of the process. So we have completed our task 1. So friends, this is the way you do task 1 in exam. So if you know the structure, if you know the vocabulary, if you know what the examiner are looking for, you can achieve your desired band in IELTS writing task 1. So it's very important to score good band in IELTS task 1, because if you score good band in task 1, automatically your writing score will be improved. Friends, if you have any questions, any doubt, you can mention in the comment section, and you can also suggest on which topic we should make the video next. That's all for today, friends. I wish all of you a very great day. Thank you so much.